Yeah, does your PT have qualification?
Yeah.
If not, please call 76944 injury.
Instagram PTs. They ain't got no qualifications. We got another episode today featuring Gabriel Sion and my boy Was London. Good episode talking about his journey, talking about my journey, talking about the whole fitness game, and yeah, you lot are gonna enjoy this. Also, check in the description of my website. I'm launching my online personal training platform, so you're gonna get personalized meal plans, personalized training plans. So if you want to register your interest, click in the bio, click in the description, and go straight to my website. Put your name, your surname, and your email, and I'll forward on full details. Thank you. Me, I'm lucky that I only started. What we start February, innit?
Yeah, end of February.
We started in February, and my thing's picking up fast. So most people on average take like a year or two to hit their first 1K. But mine, by the time this episode's out, we'll be past 4. Yeah, we might even be on 5 by then.
Yeah, we're on 5. We've got bare content.
So it's compounding faster. So like we usually were talking like when you just went to the bathroom, like by end of year, won't be surprised if I'm on 40 or 50K, because due to people are sharing it organically. So like it's all people I don't know promoting it. Yeah,
but that's like what we was talking about on the phone. Like you got the people who support you.
Yeah.
It's not always the ones that you initially thought would be there. Like when you do, sometimes I put so much into a content or film something and make everything the way I want it, and I'm so excited about it. And I think, you know what? When I put this out there, I'm gonna get the support from my immediate circle, obviously, and then maybe this and one, and then when you don't see much, sometimes it can be disheartening. But like I was saying to you before, like Susan from Dover, with 2 dogs, she will support, she will share everything. Susan from Dover.
Oh, Susan's watching this now thinking, fucking hell, is that me? Fucking hell's me! Because what's not me, right? Oh, Andy! You big me up, Andy! Was knows me. Yeah. Big up Was. Shout out Was.
She is the one that will share with her whole network. Listen, you need to know about Was. You need to this. She will subscribe. She will buy what, and the support happens organically. And then so many people who don't know you, who they catch onto you organically, and they just catch your vibe. They start sharing it, you start getting the numbers, and then your friendship circle, your immediate circle, they double back.
They double back.
They double back. Like, you know what? Like, that's my guy. That's my guy.
I'll tell you the funniest one. So, someone hit me up the other day, and he was like, back in that, I used to play basketball. So he was like, he was one of the younger ones, and he remember seeing me back in the day playing ball and that. Then he's based in Singapore now. So he was like messaging me saying, you know that we're out here watching your thing, and I've shared it to better people, and they're like, when you come out here, link up. And I was like, right, I didn't even know it reached out.
You never know.
Do you know what I mean? So he's like, when you come to Singapore, you'd be surprised how many people out here know who you are just from YouTube. I was like, it's crazy.
You will never know, bro. Like there was with me personally, when I was on like, I think it was like 2 or 3K on Instagram, like followers wise, and that doesn't really matter. The numbers, like for real, the numbers on the gram or YouTube, it actually doesn't matter, because when I was in them like low numbers, so to say, a really big brand approached me, and they just liked what I was doing. It wasn't about how many likes I was getting, how much followers I was getting, how much. They just said, "Well, we like what you're doing, so do you want to do X, Y, Z?" And that wasn't based on popularity. That was just based on me doing what I had to do, making sure the quality was high, making sure I was consistent, and they came through. They came through. So that made me think, do you know what? I'm just gonna keep doing that. Forget the number. Like I will turn off likes. I can't even, when I go on your thing, I can't see how many likes you got. I can see if it's thousands or whatever, but I can't see none of that. I'm just like, you know what? Just channel in. Just channel into what you do. And your organic support will come. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I can post up now with a flipping singer or blogger, like the convo we had the other day. I can post up with a singer or blogger, and all their followers can come and follow me. I can get 50k now, but that's not what they're here for. They're here because they saw me with Rihanna. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be singing. You're not going to see me with her again. It was just an off chance. You saw me with her. But now you're all here, and she reposted me, she tagged me in, and I've got all these followers. When you start seeing me doing burpees now, you're like, what's this? So it doesn't convert. Do you get what I'm saying? So the numbers don't mean nothing, man. Do you get what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, when people think if they go on certain TV shows, that is instantly gonna make them blow. And we see it all the time. Like, you might have like 20 people go on Love Island, and all of a sudden maybe like 4 or 5 take off. Everyone else, they're just still in the same position.
But no, because you have to use the platform to do something. Especially if we're talking about Love Island, Josh, Denzel, the way he's used that platform what would it?
The music.
That's
Wes.
Josh has used it now. He's presenting for Sky Sports. He's doing things for Amazon. He's with the England camp. He's always in camp with AJ. He's like he's converted the whole other. He's branded himself and he's turned it inside. You have to have something that's unique. You can't just look good. You actually can't just look good.
No, it's true. Like even Wes Nelson. Listen to his tune. What's that tune? Nice to meet you. And the first one he's thinking, wow, the tune bangs. So you're thinking the second one, normally your second tune is a test to see whether someone can last. The second tune, that one bangs. So when you can actually sing those, you can actually sing. The tune's cold.
It's cold.
When I'm driving, I listen to a lot and I'm thinking, right, it's a Love Island guy, but he's rapping correctly. The tune is cold, so it was like, to see someone like him, he's transferred it correctly. Ovi as well. Ovi does the presenting on.
One key thing though you have to remember is a lot of these people are likable. People buy into you. You've got to be likable, and that's the biggest thing people don't realise is that you can be a wanker and be a see you next Tuesday as much as you want, but people buy into your product. So, for instance, why did you go into PTing?
To be honest, I had the qualification since 2012.
Oh, so you're one of the real PT?
Actually a real PT.
No,
qualification before.
Walking out of a hernia.
The joke is, even before we met years ago, when we bumped into each other in Liberty. Before we met years ago, we knew of each other. You know them ones. Because before the gram...
does your PT have qualification? If not, please call 76944 injury.
Instagram PTs. They ain't got no qualifications. But people don't ask, that's the madness.
Because just
people don't actually ask.
If you're in shape or some semi-form of shape, like your PTs.
If you look good. And it transfers over to everything, even life. We probably got them around us and they look the part. Man's coming through looking like Tyson Beckford on them, but there's nothing under the bonnet. There's no substance. You know what I'm saying? So you have to.
So you seem like you're in shape. So to this whole argument about calories, for instance, that you got to watch what you eat and that. I often say to myself that I think it's more about being in calorie deficit, meaning you can eat whatever you want as long as what's coming out is more than what's coming in.
Yes.
Would you say that's wrong or right?
I say it's definitely right. It's definitely right. It's also down to genetics as well. I honestly feel like there's been times where me personally, I haven't been in a calorie deficit. I might not watch what I eat as much as others, but my metabolism just allows me, and my genetics allows me to cut through. But some people, you've got them people who they put on the pounds a little bit quicker. Do you get what I'm saying? If they have 1 or 2 bad things, it will show. That's where you really need to worry about, listen, I'm watching what I'm eating, I'm making sure I'm in that calorie deficit. But I also believe you should be counting reps, not calories. You should just be grafting. You actually should be grafting. People are trying to cheat the game and, I'm going to eat this and I'm going to eat that and I've done this like little workout, I've done a little walk or a little jog or whatever. and I'm in calorie deficit. But did you graft though?
Yeah.
Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
So you can't cheat hard work. You actually can't cheat the hard work. I am a strong believer in that.
Yeah.
I've seen a man go from 18 stone, get onto a rowing machine every single day for about 3 months straight.
Yeah.
Unrecognizable afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And
Put the
he was
work.
probably eating good, but he put the work in.
I think people forget how long it took them to get into that big position they're in, and think that it's going to happen within like 3 weeks. Like it's taking you like a year to blow up, and you reckon that you're going to lose the weight in 2 months. It's going to literally take you the same year to get rid of it.
I'll tell you the worst message I get all the time on Insta, and it's usually around this time of month every year. Without a fail, our beef is coming up. So someone hits me up with a message. I've got a beefer in 5 weeks, 1 month. Could I start with you next week? I got 4 stone to lose. I'm thinking to myself, I know ways you could lose 4 stone in that time, but it's unhealthy. So I'm not going to tell you how to do it, because it's going to look bad on me long term. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's my brand. So you look good on pictures, but health wise, it's really bad. So when those people hit me up, I'm like, nah, you know, I can't help you, but I can refer you to X and over PTs who, you know what I mean, they're into that rapid change. Because I know that long term, you're going to go at beefer, look good, but a month later, you're going to be,
I get the same thing, like people come and they say, listen, I need to do this in this amount of time. And do you know what, bro? I'm so honest with them, I just say it's not possible. But you're doing this thing for a quick change. We can talk about making it a lifestyle so change. You're never going to be in this position again where you feel like you're behind.
Well, you see, understand? You see the problem with those people, some of them don't listen. They always want the rush. Then they'll get posted by those PTs who give them every single substance on the earth to rush something that you could get to the same point naturally if you took 3 to 6 months. You know what I mean? But they just want quick fire results. Then months later, years later, I have to take this, to take that, to take this to get back to normal because my testosterone levels are this now. This is going wrong here. And I think to myself, if you just listened a tiny bit.
We're talking about the cheaters, isn't it? We're talking about the cheaters. We're talking about the cheaters, And
a lot of people, they don't get like, so someone might see you now and think, Waz came overnight on Instagram and started doing well, blah, blah, blah. But like you said, you had your qualification from
2012, and it's now what, 2021. I'm not saying that I've been PTing through that whole time, because I think I've lived for a lot of men. But when I decided to use the qualification and decided to take it serious, it was serious. It was 10. I see you grafting as well, bro. It was 10 clients a day.
So right now, with the online side of things, do you still train as much people, or you scaled it down a bit more?
Scaled it down due to the pandemic, the thing as well, the panoramic. I've scaled it down a lot, where I've kept on some clients, but just naturally, when I moved the area during the pandemic as well, so that had a big effect on things as well. But I've kept quite a few people on. We do our one-to-ones. A lot of the footballers in the off season, I've been doing them. So it's good, man. But online for me is where in one-to-one you can spread yourself too thinly. Online is a place where if you're given quality and you're given consistency, people get a lot from it. And why not just do a workout in your house, jump in your shower and go about your day? And that's nothing against anybody that goes to the gym, because online can also incorporate gym plans. So we can be showing people what to do in the gym. So it's just a quicker way to do what you got to do, rather than get in there, get into the gym, you sit down, you like this for a minute, you're there, bam, 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 you showed that you're in the gym, and like you might now feel like you've done something and walk out. You know what I'm saying? Go online, come to someone like me, someone like yourself, get the information and know what you're doing before you get in there, execute it, and come out and just do that every day. You will see a difference. You know what I mean?
Before, last year when you started the daily workouts online, then I told you why I stopped that, because it was affecting my training, and
Yeah.
Firing back to what you were saying about deficit and that. So the average person, what their calorie surplus would on someone like me is me being in an extreme deficit. So the moment I do any high intense exercise,
trim down
like
quickly.
I trim down real quick. So it might take someone on an average.
I've done 2, he's done 3. So you do your third and I'll do my third.
It might take someone on average, let's say, if they're on a surplus to put on size, they might take like 2,800 calories a day. For me, I'm starving at that rate. Yeah. So imagine me doing a high intense on top of 2,800.
Yeah.
I'm just like I was struggling to balance with training, so I kind of just went off it and I picked up way more one-to-ones at the time. Then in the past month, I started working on the online platform. Yeah. So, but this time I'm coming a slightly different route where I'm gonna have custom meal plans and custom training plans with full-on video. So each individual's plans are gonna be different. Everyone's gonna be different. So just be working on that side, filming. Because even the company that's helping me build a platform together was like, you could pay a little bit extra. We'd have someone do the exercises and film. I was like, nah,
it's gotta be
it has to be me. Like everything has to be me.
Yeah.
The whole setup has to be me. So I figured if I get like at least 300 exercises before I launch, then keep on adding a couple hundred to the catalog. By the time a year's come, I've got like 1,000+ exercises. So I know today this person's done a month with me, blah blah blah. I'll be like, alright, cool. Analytics come up. This is how much weight you used, how much reps you did. I'm gonna change this to that. I'm gonna switch out this exercise. I'm gonna put this instead. You know what I mean? I'm gonna like adapt your plan. So every month, it's just constant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Constant changes. But now, it's better me doing it as an app than PDFs, because I know what a lot of people do when it's PDFs as well. They will say personalized instead of saying a monthly plan that everyone else has got, but they would use it for like 5 or 10 people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I figured if I go to app format now, it's easier for me to just know, alright, this person's done this, today's legs, and boom boom boom, swap this, swap that, swap that, swap that. So they've got 3 exercises, hamstring, 3 quads, couple for the calves, maybe 1 or 2 glutes, change. You know what I mean? It's not gonna take me that long because I know that I've already got all the videos I need.
Prepped it. All you're really doing is just swapping people out. It's a little bit of work, but it's not really work. It's not really work. If you think about it, a lot of people will be like, I've got to do this, I've got to do that person, I've got to do this person. But if you go back to what we're used to, like what I said, I speak for probably all of us, we'll say we've lived many lives where it's not work. It's not work, and you enjoy doing it.
Something you enjoy.
You're helping as well. That element, let's get onto that element there. Like, that's probably been the biggest, I'd say, achievement for me. Personally, like how many people I've helped. Thousands of people. The amount of DMs, and it didn't really sink in when I'm getting things, people saying, "Oh yeah, you've really helped me. You've really helped me." Like first, I look at it and be like, "Look at this person." Like I didn't really get it because you don't understand what you're doing for somebody else,
especially for
the
mind.
For the mind.
You,
like it's just, for me, that's been the biggest achievement. People saying, listen, was like when I see people now we're out and about, bruv, you don't know what you done for me through this lockdown, through the pandemic, through this.
I'll tell you something, even leading on that, the funniest bit, so when you started and Kira started and I started and it was all pushing and people were like, how come, like when I stopped doing it, they were like, how come you push Kira and was like blah blah blah. I was like, mate, I'm focusing right now on one-on-ones. I can't reach everyone. People are messaging me. Someone messaged me from like Birmingham, someone messaged me from like Scotland or something. I'm like, I can't reach you, but my friends now are doing exactly what you need. Your aim is to lose body fat. Yeah. I'm like, if I can't reach you, I'm gonna post people I know who, you know what I mean? So some people, they instantly think, right, if we're all in the same field, we should help each other. I think to myself, right, that mentality is what makes some of you slow down.
Let me see the bagging process. It sounds bad.
Yeah.
It sounds very bad.
It's the same thing.
It sounds very bad.
But there's no difference. From that side to this side, there's no difference. What year did you actually start PTing properly? So not the online one, when you said this is my focus, I'm a PT. So when did you say to yourself in your head, I'm a PT?
2016.
2016. And then you started an online platform late 2019. So that was kind of like 3 years of sort of grafting, doing the PTing one-on-one.
Yeah. So what I was doing PTing, but then at the same time I had a company. I had an ice cube company.
Okay, so you was doing ice for like restaurants, bars.
Yeah. Okay. Festivals. It was more festivals. Okay. So I was doing both, kind of doing the training here and there because I wanted to train myself.
What made you go into the ice, just out of curiosity?
You know what? This is a good story. So a friend of mine, he was always like turned out well, and it's always, but I never knew what he'd done. He was just a friend. He was just like a friend in passing.
Yeah.
One time we had like a more in-depth conversation. I was like, what is it that you actually do? Because I know you don't do certain things, but what do you actually do? And he said, I sell water. I said, get out of here, bro. You understand? So I said, alright. So what do you mean? What do you mean? He's gone, I sell water. I said, alright, cool. Elaborate. He's gone, I sell ice cubes. I said, okay. So what capacity? He said, any like airport, any plane that leaves this land has got my ice on it. Any supermarket got my ice in it. So I'm like, oh, in bulk? Like that. So I said, right, how do you do that? Do you just make it yourself? He's like, yeah, I make it myself. So I said, right, I want to see. Let me come. He's gone, like, cool, come to the factory at this time.
I'm going to interrupt you, and that's the key thing. Earlier you was talking about CHZO. He was posting his friends who were doing different things. There's money for everybody in this world, you know.
Money for everybody.
People don't realise that you're a PT, you're on his platform now. Someone will think, why are you bringing a PT on your own platform? There's a niche that you have, and there's a reason people go to you, and they're only going to go to you. There's a reason why they go to CHZO, and they're only going to go to CHZO. And your mate who was doing the ice, he could have been a wanker and just been like, nah, you know what, I can't really show you how to do. Forgetting that there's enough room for you to make your money too. So, but carry on, sorry.
Yeah, it transfers over, and I feel like that, just me, my initiative, and being as spontaneous as I am as a person, like, bro, you said that I need to come to this place at that time. Cool, I'm early. So you got up early, breakfast, I'm there before him. So I'm like, yeah, what's going on? He's come in, he's like, okay. So then he started showing me around, showing me the big ice machines, and this one costs $500,000, this one costs $250, and this one this and this. So I'm like, bro, and it's just churning out tons and tons and tons of ice. So I'm like, okay, let me see the bagging process. It sounds bad. It sounds very bad.
It's the same thing.
It sounds very bad.
But there's no difference from that side to this side. There's no difference.
It sounds very bad. But I'm like, so let me see like the bagging packaging process. So it showed me that now. It shows like the machine, like proper robot thing, putting everything in there, and I said, raw. Then like packed as well, like
round and round.
The thing, the pallet going round and round. So I'm like, oh bro, this is crazy. So then I said, I want a bit of this, man. How? I said, how? How? So he said, listen, it's not gonna be easy. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta buy this, you gotta buy that. Within 3 months, everything that he said that I needed, I had it, and I was there again in the office. I don't know how I done it at the time because my income, I was playing football, semi-pro football at the time, bit of PTing, and my income at the time couldn't like facilitate that. But you know what? God bless me. At the time, it gave me a touch here, touch there. Managed to get another side job there, doing this and that. So I managed to.
I know you mentioned God, and that's fine. But I said on a video the other day that you see when it comes to there's fire in the belly that you can't teach. You see what you're trying to explain. You can't teach it. As much as you're just saying it just happened, it didn't just happen. It's in you. Like you didn't get to have this online platform with as many subscribers as you may have by luck. It's the same way you started selling the ice. It's the same way. It's no difference. You transferred the skills from the ice into PTing, and it's just in you. Like someone else can try and copy you, but if they ain't got that thing, and I always mention about going into business that you got there early, which showed that you're a grafter, and some people don't know how to graft. They don't know. They get into business, they don't know how to graft.
Certain man would think because they've been on roads forever that's all they know. But I'm like, if you're really good at what you're doing that side, you're very disciplined on time, you know what I mean? Like your clientele's never, they're never pissed off with you because you're always, the same skills you've learned from there transfers to all sides of life. So a lot of men don't realise the same effort they put in that, if they use the same time that they spend the whole day in their car going left, right, left, right, left, right, they could probably make more legitly with the same energy if they just sat down, took time to think and think, what else could I put my time into
100%.
and put full
transferable.
I've seen my mates bagging up and doing their thing, and I'm just like, you started off with a tester with one person. You've now got a line that's got like 300 people on it. It's the same thing with anything.
Same thing with
There's no difference.
Transferable. Because you've got that skill, like back in the day, like early days when I was young, I would say I used to be more of a follower than a leader, I'd say I was easily influenced. I was still myself, but when I think back to the things that I'd done and the things that I wasted time on, I made the decision that, okay, do you know what, I was following them. I wasn't being myself then. And then you find your way through as a man and whatever, you find your way through, and then you discover that the skills that you pick up along the way, whether it was working in H&M or JD Sports, because that's what I used to do as well. I told you I've lived for 9 man. I've lived for a lot of man. Whether it's working them, the people skills that I had to learn to be able to work in that, coming straight off of straight off of the block. Straight off the block. Like, what are you talking? What do you mean cut back the trainers? Who are you talking to? Like, and you have to learn that, bro. They can just say get out, and then you ain't got no money, and then now you're back at square one, right? So the skills that you have to learn along the way to get to that point is your preparation. And then the opportunity, loads of them can fly past, you know. Loads of opportunities can fly past. There's been times where so many things, whether it was football, whether it was getting into a decent job, I just weren't prepared enough. Do you understand? So they're gonna fly past. This is your prep, and if your prep ain't moving forward, the opportunity is just gonna keep going. But as soon as you meet it here and you've prepared, so we'll bring it back into the online thing. My preparation of all of the years doing clients, doing this, doing that, showing up, being on time, being consistent, being willing to jump out, never stepped in front of a camera like that to train people, and having the, you know what can go wrong? Do you know what I'm saying? That was my preparation, because the confidence that I built from my past lives and past experience that prepared me to say, okay, I'm gonna try it. And then the opportunity came, and you, at the time you don't even know it's an opportunity though. You don't know it's an opportunity.
Because last year a lot of people, when the pandemic hit, a lot of people panicked straight away. Like instantly it was like, oh damn, the gyms are closed. Oh damn, I can't train people from, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's all happened straight away.
Straight away.
You've put more effort into online. You know what I mean? And that's gone.
That's all me. That's my missus as well. Even it was her. We were sitting down, and she's gone. Where's it? We was laying down, and the pandemic's hit, and I'm one of them optimistic people. Like, it's all good, man. It's fine. I'll be out there training people. Even if I got to do 20 people a day, I'll do it. No problem. And I'm still one track minded into, this is gonna blow over, and I'm gonna get back to one to one and all that. And she's gone, babe, you know what? You're gonna have to jump online, you know. Instagram's got this live feature, and you're gonna have to just try it. You've got the skills to do it. Like, I'll help you in the background with like certain things and the marketing of it and whatever, and the importance of a good woman beside you as well. We'll get onto it, but the importance of a good woman and just good voices around you. So then I've said, alright, do you know what? Cool, let's do it. The next week, that's when I started the free workouts. So I said, I'm going to do 30 days of free workouts. Everyone can come through, and then just the power of sharing, like with the YouTube stuff.
That was the tester you gave out.
That was a tester.
No, I'm just trying to. That was a tester. Yeah. So you gave the free. So Karen, that was a tester.
So give that the tester. And then so now, first couple of days, I think there was like 100 people in there. That was just through promotion and me like marketing myself. I done the whole like army purge sort of thing. Remember it?
I remember.
Like a purge alarm like goes off, and it's like, bro, what's that? And then you see me just doing some like mad things on the floor, or whatever, and then no one had nothing to do. We ain't got nothing to do anyway. So it's like, we might as well. I'm gonna come and see what's going on there. So when it started, 100 people first day. Second day like 150. And then by like a week, I'm seeing like 400, 450. And I'm like, okay, this is growing. But I'm not thinking I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing. I'm thinking I'm gonna now build on this and progress however I can. So the marketing's gonna step up. The quality of the session's gonna step up. The interaction with me, because I'm now a presenter now. I'm presenting, so I'm like, okay, I gotta learn these skills. I start watching like mad going and watching people that are good at presenting to learn what they're doing and how they're interacting, because ideally I'm like, in reality I'm training there, but I can't see anyone. So I don't know what's going on behind the camera. So after like 2 weeks hit, I'm seeing it hit like 1,000. Like I saw it like going, it was on 990, and I'm like, right, this is gonna go to 1,000. And then I see 1,000. I look behind, I look past the camera. I see Misha over there. She's crying. So I'm like, right, this is because I'm still like, right, everyone's just come for a workout. I'd do this either way. If there was no one in there, I'd still be working out to keep my mind right. If there's 1,000 in there, I'll still do it. I see her crying, so I'm like, bro, this is a thing. We're gonna have to build on this. So then I said, you know what, we'll do the subscription thing. Everybody, if you wanna come on, it's gonna go on this page, and then it just converted. So that's how that opportunity got taken. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, man.
So many people now you got as monthly subs?
There's about 1,900 in there. There's about 1,900 in there. It's hard to police. I won't go into the technical stuff, but it's very hard to police. But give or take.
And still on Instagram, or are you growing a proper?
Still there. Still there.
And you do every single day in the morning. So
because of the heat, you can see where buckets of sweat. Because of the heat, I've gone earlier now. So I used to do, when I first started, it was 11 a.m. Because I was like comfortable for everyone.
I was trying to beat the sun.
Now, then I went to 9:30. Now it's 8 o'clock.
Is that every day?
Every day.
Okay, so anyway, whoever subscribes to your subscription, it's literally, is it 7 days a week workout?
6 days a week. Sunday, take a day off.
Okay, 6 days a week.
And 6 days a week. Between 30 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
I'd say. So it's mostly HIIT, then I do a couple of weight sessions, core sessions. But it's kind of just like making sure you're good. Like the mental health element of it is probably more than the physical. Because even just getting yourself up and ready to move is sometimes a task for people in what we're in. So yeah, man.
Especially in this period at the moment, a lot of people, like, even going back to like what I was saying about when the pandemic hit, it started, a lot of PTs instantly went into the mode of they didn't know what to do and panicked. So like even recently I saw one of my guys do a PT about a week ago, and I was like, I seen him put on a lot of weight, so I was like shocked. So I figured during the pandemic, because he wasn't training anyone like usual, he just kind of just fell into, you know what, I'm not doing this, and just kind of just boom.
the mental side.
Yeah.
Oh man, like people got pressure. Yeah. Bro, like it's not like we ain't got bills to pay. We haven't got things to do. The way this thing has hit people, some of us can't even fathom. Yeah. People are losing their houses. People are losing their jobs. They're losing their respect from their partner, not feeling like a man no more because you can't earn. You can't provide. So it's hit people in different ways, and it's tough. But not everybody is built in a way to be able to fish alone.
That's why I said you can't teach it.
Yeah.
Like for instance, you started an online platform. And he built a gym in the back of his garden. It's the same. It's the same thing, but in just different ways. So you captured that market online. He captured the people that want to come out and train.
Like you want to know the crazy thing, bro? Like, so before, like you said, especially like with the PT thing. Even though I was PTing, I kind of saw it the same way, like a fallback. So my main focus was mainly in the events. So we had a weekly lock Sundays, which was doing like brilliant for 3 years straight.
Enjoyment.
Straight enjoyment. So like in my head I was just like, if I wake up Sunday, put my max effort into Sunday, if I make a certain amount, I'm good. Everything else is a bonus. So I wasn't taking on a heap of clients then, because I was just like, you know what, if I have between 5 to 10 at any given time, I was more than alright. Because as long as Sunday was popping, then every month or every other month I might have like one big dance. So I knew that I was okay. Then anytime I was bored and I knew that a holiday was coming, let's say he would be like, let's go Dubai, I'd be like, alright, cool. For 3 weeks I'll stay in my car early in the morning and I'll just bang out Uber and just make like a couple grand, 2-3K quickly, and I'll be like, alright, cool, that's my spending money. Let me just go on holiday. So my lifestyle was literally try and train everyone in the early part of the week. Weekends enjoy it, or if I train most people between Monday and Wednesday, Thursday to Sunday, come back from holiday on Monday morning. So I was constantly just gone.
When you look back and reflect on it, you might think to yourself now what you could have done with the time, innit? What you could have done with the time.
When the lockdown hit, I was just like, I can't do no more events. So literally, a couple people I know have hit me up. Like, I was dating someone at the time and she was like, baby, you're gonna be okay. I said, yeah, I'm cool. She's like, why ain't you panicking? I said, no, I know what I'm gonna do. So I remember the first thing I did was I bought that bar with those dumbbells, bought the kettlebells, and I literally threw them in my boot. And I put up a message and said, you know what, lockdown's here, I'm gonna train people one-on-ones in any park within a 10-mile radius of my house. So I was busy all the time. Then I was doing the online stuff as well, but what I was doing was I was pre-recording and I'll pre-record all the exercises and I put on a page and people signing up. So I was doing that at the same time and I was fine. Then the last lockdown's come now, so before it's come, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna build this because I feel like we're gonna go into lockdown again. So them lot was going to buy it. I was just like, no, I'm not going, I've got something to do. So when he's come back, put this together, put that together, bought a couple bits now. Then him and a few of my mates were like, you know, we're gonna chip in. So they bought this for me, bought that bench. Then I remember I was doing, I think, 7 days a week between 8 to 12 clients. I was in the zone and everyone was like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you training so much people? Why are you training so hard? And I was training so hard every day as well on top of it. Everyone was like, why? I'm like, there's nothing to do. Like, I'm used to being out traveling, blah blah blah. So I'm like, I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna be awake. So I'll literally be up by 5:30 and I'm not a morning person. So I'll be up by 5:30, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take a little break, me and him up, and Haxel train. Start again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The rest of the men then will come and train. And that was my routine every day. Every day.
Get used to it.
Yeah, I was in the zone.
You get used to it.
But now I become a morning person. I've gone from hating getting up early. So even when I don't have to be up early on a weekend, like on a Sunday, I'm up by 7. I'm already plotting what I'm gonna do. So like now, on my Sundays, I play basketball again just for cardio. You know what I mean? Like, I used to play basketball when I was younger and stopped 13 years ago. But now I've put that back into my routine. On Tuesday evening sometimes as well, I would stop training people at 7 so I could go to Bexley Heath and play as well. So I'm getting bits of my old life back in, because now I feel like I'm a lot happier with my client base and things I do, you know what I mean? And like I said to you, working on the online side, working on the YouTube stuff, and they're all just, everything's compounding.
Complements each other.
It complements each other.
Everything complements each other, and it's like everything that you're doing has to be for a purpose. Has to be for a purpose.
Don't you feel at the same time, if it wasn't for the lockdown, certain parts of us wouldn't have manifested, like you going online full time. Like it felt like it just gave you that extra push. You know what I mean? Because some people, it happened, like I said, and they just literally fell off or fell back. But us, we just kind of used it as like time to step up. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, it's not. People have been doing this for years, and now but see, when it comes to Instagram, you have to be cutthroat because I learned the hard way where you let too many people in, and then all of a sudden now everyone's your brethren, and then when you get too busy, them same people now are acting funny with you. Right, what's the matter with my man? I remain a student. I remain a student. Yeah, with everything that I decide to put my time to. So now with this online stuff, I'm like, what? Like, where do I go next? How can I learn something to take this to the next level? How can I do? How can I what's the word?
Apply yourself.
Not apply myself, but how can I just enhance and maximize everything I'm doing in the most? Because you look around you as well. It's good and bad to look left and right at your peers. I think it's a gift and a curse, because you can look and see somebody flying, literally flying, and people will come and tell you, like, I ain't got nothing on you. What are you talking about? Why? How come he's like that? But you can't think that way. There's a reason why he's doing what he's doing, and his timing was his timing, because it could have been, we don't know his road. That could have been a 10-year thing as well. Probably was. You understand? So the
key thing is always know your lane.
Know your lane.
Always know your lane. Stay in your lane, because like you said, people watch face too much. They don't realize that when you're watching face too much, you're blocking your own blessings. You're blocking your own progression. So if you stay in that tunnel vision and know how you're gonna approach things, how you're gonna do things, then it starts to click. It's like even coming down to this YouTube thing. For years, people will be on to me about, you should blah blah blah, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to go on YouTube and just be training all the time. And everyone's like, how come? Like, your footage from you training in the gym and that, it's intense, it shows blah blah. But I said, you go on YouTube, there's 1,000,001 people doing that. And I'm like, it doesn't really show who I am, because I think more time, especially like growing up right around here in South and growing up in Brixton, people would always see me with like the hard, motionless face. You know what I mean? But as I've got older, I smile a lot now, so they're like, rah, why is he always so happy now? But back in the day, if you saw me, you'd be like, oh, he's this hard-faced PT. So I feel like just posting my pictures on Instagram and stuff like that never really showed my personality. So I thought, let me start the YouTube, but let me start with a difference. So all during the lockdown, we'll be training together, a couple of them, man, and we're just busting Joe, talking about serious topics the whole day long, because we had nothing to do. And I was just like, you know what, this would be good content. So I messaged Wes and like, it's go time now. Time to put what we actually talk about with people I know. Start adding people in my network onto it and create something different. You know what I mean?
I think that's the best thing that you could have done. Honestly, because like, we're conditioned to have that hard exterior in it. That hard exterior.
Typical South.
The typical South, but I wouldn't even say South. I'd just say, just as a race. As a race, it's we're always on the defensive. We always have to look like what's going on, and there's things that we don't control that we also have to deal with and we have to worry about, right? So we're almost conditioned to have that hard exterior, and nobody can break that shell. And like you say, we block our own blessings. Like, you got charisma, Yeah. You got character. Yeah. You can probably get brands to work with you in this area or that area. What you're doing now, you can transfer that to something else and be successful in it. Yeah. Same like myself. What I'm doing, I can transfer it to something else and be successful in it. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
On Instagram, sometimes I don't post some of my regins, and these might be like my really. Yeah. Remember even the day he was filming Carlton Cole, and I was like, yeah, fam. I was like, yeah, you need to go still. But that's one of my tight codees. But it's a thing that I can't have him on camera. Like people can't know that that's my, you know what I mean. But we've been friends since kids. Yeah. But you know when someone knows you one way, and everyone knows you as the other, so everyone knows him as a bad guy. But me, I'm just like, the way like people used to fear him when we was younger. I used to look at him and think, you know them ones. Like why people shook with you? Like you ain't that, you know what I mean? But because he's grown far out of that, you always have to remember some people never forget who you were. Yeah. So that's what I say to him. Like when the camera comes, bye mate. You know what I mean? You can't be here. So it's one of those things that I'm just glad that I'm one of those people that when a lot of my brothers were in certain madnesses, I always seem to be more the peacemaker. You know what I mean? I'm more level-headed. So like it's like, for instance, that time you saw me in West End and my brother was on a, and me, I'm just more like I'm more cool-headed, where I'm just like you know what I mean? It's not worth your time. I always say to a man that you could do something today to someone and you forget you done something to them. The same person might never forget. The same person gonna be walking road, see you one day and catch you off guard. Yeah. And now when they react, you're gonna be thinking back like, why did my man suddenly jump on me? But you're gonna have to now think back. Then you remember, shit, it was because of that. You know? So that's why, that's another thing. That's why even with the training thing and what we do like online and what I do like one-to-ones, like I feel like if you're always treating people well, the world has a way of looking after you. Everyone,
good karma comes back.
It comes back where everyone starts. You know what I mean? Pushing your content, pushing your stuff out. Like I said with this, for instance, the people that reach out to me every day, like I get literally maybe between 5 to 10 messages, positive message from people who find my page on YouTube, thanking me for the content. You know what I mean? And I try to reply back to every single person. Like there's days where I literally take time to sit down and just start catching up on old comments. Yeah. And just replying back to everyone. Because I'm like, you know what? You took time out of your day to comment on my platform. So I'm gonna take time out of my day.
It's a great area as well though, man, because you can like genuinely miss some things. So, like it gets real busy on there. Proper busy on there. Where you might put something up, a lot of people comment. And if they all come at once, you'll miss 2 or 3 of them.
2 or 3,
you have to go through. You might get a DM, it might land in requests, then you might get more. You'll miss that person, you'll miss. So it's online, it's a real like sensitive place where,
and especially like
people can feel some type of way.
How we're always busy, like sometimes people don't take into the fact where, for instance, you've had things to do, then you've come here, then you got things to do right now. You know what I mean? So the moment we're done, you know what I mean? People don't take.
Only one man.
you get what I'm saying? But they, like some people get entitled to your time where they feel like, why did my man reply to me? You get what I'm saying? Not realizing that, you genuinely might have just missed that message. You know what I mean?
But you know what the other side of that is? Once you reply to that message,
it carries on.
It carries on, but just being the polite person you are and being considerate, then some people don't start not to respect your boundaries. So then you've already let them in your DM now. So now they can message you anytime and it's gonna jump in your general or whatever. It's gonna jump in there. So now when you start ignoring them now, you're Hollywood now.
You see, fam, the other day, just firing off on that. The other day, some girl messaged me some random stuff about Ghanaian culture. And I say, oh, blah blah blah, what's this? And I said, I put that emoji. Then she's messaged again. Then I said, I have zero clue.
Yeah.
What you want? She's like, oh, but you're West African. In my head, I'm thinking, but you're African as well. So why did you assume I should know Ghanaian culture when I'm Nigerian? So anyway, now she's tried to ring my phone from the DM. I'm busy. I've locked up. Oh, brother. I've locked up. She tried to ring. She tried to ring. I've locked up. She's tried to ring. I've locked up. Then she's coming. Oh, every time I try to call you, it just hangs up.
Do I know you?
Tried again. So all of a sudden, I've looked here. This time I dropped my phone. I've looked. I've seen like 12 missed calls. She written again, fam. I just had to just go block, move her to, you know what I mean?
Restrict that.
Yeah, restrict that. Because I was just like, this
boundaries,
is
man.
like,
Boundaries.
It's over the top. Because I'm like, I don't know you like that, and I've been replying to little things you ask me politely. But when I've said I don't know something, you still.
Yeah, it gets to that point. Like, I've got that thing, Mr. Nice Guy. That's me. I've got time for everyone.
Yeah,
just give you my last pound in my pocket and all them type of things. But see, when it comes to Instagram, you have to be cutthroat because I learnt the hard way where you let too many people in, and then all of a sudden now everyone's your brethren, and then when you get too busy, and you might genuinely not see people's messages or genuinely not have time. You get too busy. Them same people now are acting funny with you. Right, what's the matter with my man? Like, so it's very.
One time,
it's a mad area.
Every day I wake up, I get at least minimum 50 DMs around that. So one time now, I've woken up in the morning, checked my phone, but I've not replied to DMs. I was filming, training clients in between and blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden, one girl was like, "Bruh, you've been on your phone the whole day, but you have like I've seen it pop to the top in it. And I've just looked like you've been on your phone all day, but like it's like you're just airing like you're too big." And I was thinking to myself, oh jeez, like, if you see how many DMs I've got, but I'm not even gonna show you. One, then two, if you see how busy my day's been, I'm like, I got up at 5:30, I had someone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock now. I've taken a little break. I don't want to be on my phone. I want to take a nap. Like even sometimes, Gab. Sometimes when you phone me and you're like, "Bro, why are you sleeping?" And I lock off the phone, and he's like, "Bro, why am I sleeping?" I'm like, "Brother, I'm tired. Like I've got up at 5:30 and I've been on the go 6 hours and I haven't eaten. Sometimes I wish I had a PA so that when I'm doing stuff, the person could be answering at the same time. Because like you said, it can get too much. It can get way too much.
But I really do, like with me, because I'm giving a service as well, like a paying service. I to some degree try and make sure I keep on top of that. When it comes into my business page, I try and keep on top of that and make sure like they feel that I'm with them. Like this whole virtual PT thing, I really do live it. Like right, if you've got a problem or you've got some question that you need to ask me,
fire away.
I will try and help you as much as well as I can. So that side of things, cool, I'm there. But when it comes to like my private page and just enjoyment and just whatever, posting up like whatever, people that jump in there that I've already let in to my DMs, it gets a bit sticky because sometimes now I don't have the time and I may seem rude. And I'm honestly not a rude person. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm proper not like that. But
and the more your page grows, the worse it starts to become. It starts to become worse and worse because your reach is just amplified.
At some point, I need to jump on YouTube. I want to do it in the correct way though. Kind of just continuing to give quality and consistency because no matter numbers are up sometimes, numbers are down sometimes, I don't really look at that. I just look at the quality of the content I'm giving and the sessions that I'm giving. The way I'm marketing it towards people maybe can be stepped up a bit more.
What do you say? You see with the marketing side here, what do you say like your missus has helped big time with putting that side together?
She knows like how to, she's got experience online. So she can say both of us will kind of bounce off of each other. I feel like I'm blessed in that way where I'm kind of creative and she's real creative and knows how to kind of like transform what I said to her in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's definitely a key player. She's definitely a key player in what I do, because I'm only one man in it. So for me to be able to like plan sessions and do the sessions and then do the little stories and do things, I can do the artwork and stuff behind it, but having that help there and having that advice there and just like maybe you should do that, just that opinion. That opinion where you sometimes second guess yourself and somebody can say to you, no, that's cool, or no, you know what, that's mad, when you might be thinking this is the one, and everyone else might look at you like, what are you doing? She is that, what are you doing? Do you know what I'm saying? So I'd say that is major for me. In regards to growth, gotta be what you're on, B. YouTube, B.
What I was saying recent as well in regards to like YouTube and in regards to Instagram, people might follow you just because they know you, and they just want that follow back. YouTube, people follow you because they genuinely like you. You know what I mean? They genuinely like your personality and they genuinely mess with you. So it's two different kind of following. I think YouTube following is more genuine. They kind of champion you and they want to see you do. While Instagram is a bit more, especially like how the algorithm has been how the algorithm has been ruined over the past few years, that a lot of people have to search their name.
You won't see their content even if you follow them.
So it's like I have to search their name to find their content. So sometimes it feels like my page is always showing me the same 30 people all the time.
That is actually happening. That is actually happening. This algorithm stuff, I didn't think it exists, but the way they've now done it is where only their new features get pushed. So like only a reel would get pushed if you do like
a lot now. Daily.
You do an IGTV, it won't go out there to people, but if you're not actively like liking and commenting and posting every day, you have to like post every day. I've started to ignore it, to be honest with you, which is why I turned off the like seeing how many likes people get and stuff, because at the end of the day you're only one person, you can only do what you can do, and if you're chasing what everyone else is doing and trying to keep up, then you lose quality. You lose quality, and if it's not your season, if summer ain't your season, then maybe winter's going to be your season. But you keep doing what you do well, at some point it's going to catch on. That's how I feel.
Everything in its time, you know what I mean? Everyone's got their own time. So it's like, even back to that, like with Instagram, even though I've been on it and I've got a strong following, I don't feel like I'm as good on Instagram as I am on YouTube. I don't know, YouTube flows, it flows more natural to me. Boom. Hope you don't like this episode. There's a lot in here, there's a lot of gems, there's a lot of life stuff in it, and more good content on your way. Peace.